Okay. Here we go. Let's start out. In free flight here, and we need to dump down the music quite a bit lower because it was quite loud last time. Let's do 25. All right. Good to see you, Bosa. We're giving our first impressions here on 4.9 in the PTU. Because I made a boo. I don't think anyone else is in this server, huh? Well, Sea-Dog is. Sea-Dog is way better than me, though.
Systems green.
So those are new sounds for Panthers. That sounds good. Ah, he's left. So I do believe we're going back to a laser meta, but here's the problem. I'm all down for it, but we didn't buff the lasers. So the regen is going to be a problem. The shield strength is going to be a problem. And the time to kill is going to be really fucking rough. Or sweat. Like Cher speaking. Let's fix that. All right. Well, let's try and find a different free flight lobby that maybe has something in it, because I want to get into a duel, because I heard they changed the hit markers, and I was asked this question like either last stream or 2 streams ago, and I didn't know about this change. I'm like, oh, I think the hit markers are fine currently, but I hear they're pretty bad. But yeah, how have you been, Bosa? Once again, it looks like it's just me. Okay. Nobody in free flight in 4.9. So we'll just head into the PU. And chilling fine. I cannot. Heck yeah, dude. Oh yeah, we have to remake the character, and I don't know if our custom character's saved. Let's see here. Oh, maybe. But I don't even think either of these are the ones we're currently running right now, but hey, you know what? We'll take it. It's still a good start. I need to save the one that I'm currently running. I'm gonna skip that tutorial. All right. New Babagino, because it just has the equipment that I want. All right. So deadbolts and shredders on size 1 through 3 got nerfed. They did not nerf the bigger ships or the bigger guns. So the M80, the Guardians, they will still have really good firepower against large ships. Technically the Vanguard will have okay, because it has unnerfed size 2s on the nose and the size 5. So I mean, it's not going to fly well or like do anything good, but technically was not nerfed. All right. I don't think we've updated our PTU in a while, so Let's see here. Why do I have two of these? I should only have one. Oh well, we're gonna use our soul helmet because we have it here. Yeah, we definitely still have some stuff that I have since melted. The Ergo backpack isn't too bad, that set. I don't mind the regular size 1 green army one. This guy? The MPUV one? I mean, it ain't my style. But no, it isn't too bad. That just stole my gun. We don't need a backpack. I doubt we're doing much FPS, but good to see you, Brian. Alright. So, I actually want to test out the Ironclad, which we might... Yeah, God, this is such an old thing. We might have to recopy our account over, actually. Damn it, I forgot about this. Just swore, though, we were playing in the PTU for the Ironclad, though. Yeah, no, we still have our Perseus, so this was definitely an old account image. All right, we gotta do that really quick, guys. 1 second. Rip the dream. It's kind of annoying how you have to copy different versions of your account over, but I guess potentially there's an upside to it. Settings, PTU, copy account to PTU. Okay. So we should be able to... Oh. There we go. All right, we'll be back in a minute. It's Starset though? It is Starset. Starset makes everything needlessly complicated. That's part of the joy of the game. Yeah, I'm really not sure how I'm gonna feel about the weapon changes. I guess, man, Drift. So I don't want to bother you, but it would be good to get somebody else in the PTU and do test duels with, because I kind of wonder if a laser Gladius beats a Shredder Arrow now with the nerfs. Not saying we're super close on skill to that test to fully be viable, but I mean, damn. If you don't have a PTU save file or stuff, you don't have to, but you can just rename your live folder to PTU, and then it's an update instead of a full reinstall of the game. Hey, Big Sponge, how's it going? Hey, Sergio. Yeah, so I'm streaming now because I don't know if I will be able to stream tomorrow, because I might be traveling for work. If I feel better, I'm a little under the weather right now. Putting on my best face for it though. But yeah, I wanted to try 4.9. So somebody had asked me what I thought of the new hit markers, and I didn't know about new hit markers. I thought they meant the ones we have in the game right now. And I'm like, oh no, they're fine. But I hear they're apparently pretty egregious. So I want to see that, and I also want to test like the Ironclad, driving that from the without the command module, things like that, right? I guess then we'll change out this for a med gun. Let's do red. There we go. Alright. That's not too bad. So, now we should have our ironclad. We should have our ironclad. I don't want a hammerhead. I don't know why there's a hammerhead in here. Am I blind? I don't have a Corsair either. We just copied the account. Go upstairs and claim it? I mean, we're in an extra large hangar, but okay. I will try that out, cancel. Okay, so technically I have a loaner for a for Liberator, but that was the Ironclad Assault. And those loaners don't go to PTU. I can get it back for legit. Oh, did they do the new transit system everywhere? That looks different. That's not there. What the heck? Let me pull up my account page. My hangar. I kind of wanted to fly the Ironclad this time because I was avoiding it in live. But yeah. We have right here. Hold on. Right here, we have a Liberator. And I'm pretty sure that was an ICA. I mean, I have it in my buybacks. I can just like go and force it. Like right there. I can get it back legit. Just I should have one. So why? Make sure your computer is time is synced. Stream is lagging in pretty hard. I see that. Why though? I'm even wired in right now. Like we're not downloading anything. I just want to see if it recovers, but no, yeah, it's dropping quite a bit of frames right now. Bitrate's like in half. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you saying it instead of ignoring it. I just don't know what the heck. Yo, can you not do laps around this while I'm here? Cyberpunk lady? Sync your time and restart. What do you mean? What do you mean by sync your time?
Hey there.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
I've never heard of that for this game before, so like my PC computer time, because that's set by the internet. which is lagging out like right now, so.
Visit Wally's bar at the promenade. Only a quick ride on the metro loop.
I mean, I'll check Steam, I guess. That's the only thing that could be downloading something. No? So, like, the whole PC is kind of chugging. I mean... Like, it's 804, 805, it's synced to my phone. Maybe we got back in too quick, or are loaners available in PTU? So no, I mean, it does seem. It does seem like this has been an issue for a while that you don't get loaner shifts in the PTU. So I want to test it. I mean, I can go and get it back. I have the account value for it. But I also want to figure out why our stream's lagging so bad. Today is really bad lag. A quick Google but this is from 3 years ago, says that loaner ships don't always appear in PTU. I mean, I wanted to test the Ironclads. Let me see. Right now, in terms of account value, I've got 441. So I need to burn something, but I can get it back here. Let's see. What's the total amount? It's like 650, right? Buy back, yeah, 650. Add that bad boy to cart, and let's get $111 out. So we're gonna go play fucking ship roulette and just get it legit, I guess. So probably the Guardian QI. I picked it up again just to try it out because it has 5 guns, but like I haven't flown it at all. And that would get me over it right there. It's a little bit of a waste. It's not a total conversion, but boom. And then we can always remelt this later. Not a big deal. Let's store credit. 650. 0 buckaroos. There. And then we go back to account dashboard. We go to settings. We go to PTU. We copy account. Then that should force us out of the thing. Slideshow? Slideshow still, huh? From what I'm seeing now, it should be cleared up. I'm gonna log out and log back in here. No, don't verify. How's it going, villain? Okay, we're logged back in. All right. Away we go. It wasn't an upgrade, Council. It was a purchase. So if I had upgraded a ship, I would have to apply the upgrade. That's a purchase. So it's just they're credited to my account, right? There's nothing to do with it. Just exchange it or anything like that, right? Yeah, it's all good, dude. It's totally fine. We are not like I would still rather you say something in case I was wrong than not. It's all good. But yeah, that's the melt game, and I do think I am losing out every time I do it, but I've got so much account value that I don't really give a crap. All right. Yeah, let me know if we start lagging out again. It almost seemed like it stopped when I closed Star Citizen, like almost like it was sending data or something. Now watch, we're gonna go in there and there's gonna be 2 ironclads. And it will give me my loader, and I just, like, to be fair, we probably weren't gonna fly the Guardian at all. It looks like me, but I can't make him fat enough. Like, give me like a body fat slider. Let me be the chud that I am. And we gotta put the music back on here. Do, 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 do. You want to trade? All right. Half for half. Let's go. I missed just dreaming to drag it onto your character and it fell into the slot. Alright. There she is. Okay. So I'm going to want to be redoing the Living on the Ironclad challenge in 4.9, assuming the patch is good. Not that I'm abandoning the Zero to Hero one, just I need to come up with a new plan for that soon. Ships I want to test for this. Obviously the Arrow with the old meta loadout I want to test. And I kind of want to test the Gladius with a new loadout here. So, I think we can get the Arrow and the Gladius both on the Ironclad. So that might be the way we go. But first we need to go and buy stuff, right? They finally fixed that door. That door's been glitched out for the longest time. Is this the new transit system, guys? Like, am I crazy? This looks like it's the new transit system, or I'm just insane. It is, because I'm not seeing a bunch of other random crap. I'm just seeing my hangar. Yeah. Yeah, if anyone wants to get on the PTU and do some tests, I like this guy's fit. Bro, we're clones. We've got the exact same loadout. Wait.
From the best.
Down to the fucking med gun? Am I a normie, chat? Like, I thought I was doing something kind of unique. Apparently I'm a fucking Is that my face? Wait.
Everything good?
What?
Remember, your belongings belong to you.
I think it's just cloning me.
Personal items.
That's my face. Is it just a bugged out you? I think it is.
My
Welcome to the
Empire's
ASOC
victory.
Is that me from when we went up here to check?
Innovative creativity.
Is my past body? Okay, I'm sitting here like, man, I'm a normie. And no, it's just... okay. Yeah. Listen, chat, I've never claimed to be a smart man.
Well, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy your time in New Babbage.
Like, I don't like, okay. Having this flight suit, sure. Having the med gun, sure. Having the same P8 rifle when the P8 is no longer even meta. What? Good to see you, Aeondix, by the way. Yeah, so I think the stream is stabilized though, right? Suga? It's not lagging anymore? It's like this flight suit is relatively rare, but like it is quite beloved by those that have it. I still think it's the best looking flight suit in the game. But I do like the tailwind too. Just it's too laggy. A little too thin. I kind of like how bulky the undersuit is, you know? Kind of fills you out.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disadvantage.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
The station momentarily. Careful, doors are now closed.
There we go. It's just fun to play around with the camera stuff. Frame rate's decent. 75 FPS in New Babbage. What's the server pop like? Well, that's why there's no one on. 54 in the shard, 8 in this server. That's why the frame rate's good.
New Babbage. Capital city of
You play on smoothing? Or no? What do you mean smoothing? You mean like FPS smoothing? I don't think so. I mean, we have upscaling. I don't even think they had frame gen. Oh yeah, no, don't do that. That is frame gen, yeah. Hey Aries, good to see you. Yeah, no, don't force it on the Nvidia app. All right. It is a shame that there was no one in pre-flight either, because I really wanted to just get a feel for how ships felt. I live in New Babbage, man. This is the only two choices for me are New Babbage or Orison, but it's been New Babbage because the shops here are just unmatched, right? So we want to buy a few of these guys. Then buzzsaws, a few of these guys, and this will be the old meta arrow that we will test. And then panthers, we're gonna buy just one more because the gladies come stock with two. But then actually no, let's buy a few more. Actually, we can bring them up and put them on and then swap stuff out, right? And Was it Bulldog? But the M6 is the size? No, that's the M5. All right, I want to try the M cannons.
Smart buy.
And then is it the M2 that's the size one? No, M3. Yeah, we're gonna buy some of those. Okay, what other weapons should we test? Deadbolts? Deadbolts, right? I guess we need to buy one more. Then Deadbolt 3s, we need to buy like 5 of those bad boys. Gatlings? Yeah, Gatlings. And by the way, Revenant here. How about Mantis? Okay. Those are missiles. Sir. And then Task Force missiles. Dominator missiles. What's the size 3 EM missile? The rest? I didn't want to buy that, but okay, I misclick. Thunderbolts, thank you. Hey, that's a decent spread of stuff. There's no one in PTU AC because everyone in Spectrum is fighting a good fight. A few of us got a 1-day ban. I see. I wanted to try it out. I haven't tried it yet. We're just getting started, Ekon. So you're literally seeing the very first impressions. The very, very first. Okay, radar. Here we go. But yeah, so if there's anything you want us to test, right now we're planning on testing the Arrow and the Gladius, and we're going to be also testing the Ironclad Assault without a docking module, without the command module. And because basically I've been watching Deadwake streams, and the ship is apparently like 99% less buggier if you just remove the command module entirely. So we're gonna do that. We're walking the Gladiator. We're gonna start with Panthers, but we have a range of weapons to slot onto and off of it that we're gonna keep on the Ironclad as a, you know, as our testing bed, right? So yeah, any other weapons you guys want me to test, please let me know before we leave back here. We got the M cannons, we got Panthers, we got Deadbolts, we got Shredders. We're gonna have stock components aside from the radars, but not much can be done about that. We're not gonna go component farming in this. So maybe we could have bought some stuff back there, but I don't think it would have mattered a whole heck of a lot. So Revenant Talon will be, and if you still have it, I still have the Talon. I don't think I'm getting rid of the Talon. I think the Talon's being my permanent alien ship because I like the cockpit. The only other one I would want to fly is the Blade, but the Blade's cockpit is ass.
Careful, doors are now closing.
Four 2. I wasn't playing back in 4-2. I took a long hiatus from the game after they put in the tier 0 item recovery, because I wasn't as good as I am now, but I was still a PvPer back then, and I thought it was so stupid that they were taking away. Exactly, this Talon is really nice for that. I kind of want to test the wolves, but like I don't think they got any buffs at all. And so like, just because the shredders are worse than the wolves now doesn't mean the wolves are in a good place. But so here's the problem. Here's the problem, chat. All right, I am not upset that the ballistics are nerfed. I'm not. My worry is though is that they nerfed them without doing any changes to the shield system or any buffs to the laser damage, right? So now the only way we had a fast TTK, which was the ballistics, is gone. Lasers are probably going to be straight better, probably just going to be the best, right? But what I'm worried is that we're going to be back to a tremendously long time to kill. Like, we're talking 9 seconds of uninterrupted fire to kill an arrow, and that's just you sitting still shooting him, and he's not dodging, which is going to make the duels stupid long, which is not very fun. It's pretty carpal tunnel inducing. It's like, for example, like Overwatch to like CSGO, like, right? In which one is each individual kill more exciting? It's CSGO, because, well, not only is it quicker and it requires a little bit more instantaneous skill, but then also you get the kill that matters, right? So that also is a thing, because Overwatch you respawn, so it's not quite an easy comparison. All right,
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
let's start kitting out.
Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal items.
Yeah, we don't have any spare of this, but I could have swore we bought size 2 missiles. This is just this bug where we need to...
From all of us at Microtech, welcome
It is.
to Interstellar Spaceport.
Pure EMs, baby.
Tired of travel? Why not rest?
Okay, replace that, and we're gonna do another Panther. And I do want to test out the
Luxurious
All right. It was nice chatting with you. I hope you enjoy the rest of
I
your
do want to test out the attritions as well, because they might have a higher peak, and so maybe having one attrition mixed with these for rate of fire could be worth it.
all new Babbage has to offer. Whether it's the latest
And we're going to put the dash bot on our Gladius. There we go.
gardens, this city of Toulon
We'll try that out.
has a lot going on today.
All right, and now the old meta.
Microtech, the Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology.
We're going to start you off with
Innovative creativity.
Shredders and Sawbucks and just see how it feels now. I really wish I could get some PvP, but I don't think it's going to work. Sorry, Buzzsaws, not Sawbucks. Sawbucks are size 2s.
Remember, your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal
Hello, and welcome to New Babbage,
All right.
capital city of Microtech. Welcome creative innovation. Creativity.
Ready to upgrade? Located in the plaza
And let's get our...
of Microtech's latest offerings.
Did I melt it? I did. I did melt the Nursa. But we have the Pisces. Get it out first. Oh, dude. I don't think we're going to find anything at Hathor, because on this server, there are... Where is it? Yeah, 59 players total. And on the server we're in, the New Babbage server, there's 9. So we're not going to find any PvP. But if any of you want to get on, join, friend me on PTU, join my server, and fight me for testing, we can do that. I would love that. I always love that people are more chill in PTU. Yeah, I love being chill. Where are you playing, by the way? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a shame. I really do need somebody like, honestly, I need a righteous dude or somebody who's close to me in skill level. Yeah. Also, guys, what you can do is also not saying to do this for me or for this situation, but you can, instead of installing the PTU, just rename your game folder from live to PTU, and then it's a game update, not a reinstall.
Landing complete. All systems offline.
Yeah, like we can do that just for like data testing in between ships, but I do need to have like a better duelist to fight. So what I want to see now is if the Gladius can actually go toe to toe with the Arrow. That's what I want to know. Thank you. So we'll probably just work our way up through the Gillies missions. That gives us a decent test. Gillies has been like my go-to fucking testing scenario here.
Hey, rookie. Thanks for signing up for my combat pilot training course. Just to introduce myself, I'm Lucas Baramski. But my story's called Gilly. I served in 6 squadrons of the Navy and have over 10 years experience teaching pilots how to fly and fight. For this first lesson, we're going to start off slow and evaluate how you handle yourself in some one-on-one dogfights. Everyone you're facing off against former students.
You should try and missile dart. Yeah, so we're gonna load up a bunch of stuff on the Ironclad. So us running the Ironclad is gonna slow us down. It just is. But I want to see if in the PTU it's better than it is in live, because I want to do the Ironclad challenge. And honestly, like, I think if we remove the command module and we don't have a whole lot of bugs with it, it could be something we could do for next patch cycle. Not saying I'm giving up the 0 to hero, just we're kind of stalled there where it's just like, I actually think unironically in the 0 to hero, I need to like buy a Gladius or an Arrow. Because we got into a situation last time on that account where we were just sort of stuck in a fight and I couldn't make it work with the MX. So like, I'm just like, man, if I only had a fighter in this that wasn't the fucking MX on this account. Not saying the MX is a bad ship, just the MX is bad for how I fly my ships.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Ooh, yeah, we can't even max this guy out. We definitely will need to get better components and stuff. I love the new sound effects for the Panthers. Those sound great.
Landing complete. Launch complete.
Come on, a little bit. Ooh. There we go.
Engines offline.
I want that bubblehead. Oh yeah, there he is, little guy. No, you can still subscribe, and even if it doesn't give it to you for this month, you can get it on the store. That being said, I'm not sure we should be giving CIG more money right now. I feel like they need to earn it. But it's entirely your choice, but yeah. It's not that expensive, so really it's not like that big a deal. Okay. So, I think what we want to do for the Ironclad is detach the command module. They banned you? Wait, Ares. Ares, drop the T. They banned you? Or they banned you in Spectrum? CI, give me money. God, I love the Gladius. I haven't taken it out in the hangar in a while, and just, god damn. One of my favorite ship designs. I know it's old. I know it's been in the game for so long. Especially with the Timberline paint, the Valiant paint. God, is she a looker. Well, you said some players got banned. I know you got banned. M80 is a good looking ship, but to me the Gladius does look better than the M80. Look, no hate for the M80. I love the M80, but the M80 still feels just slightly unfinished, and it's because it doesn't have actual wings, right? It's a flying fuselage with canards. If it had actual wings, it would be by far my favorite ship. Okay, I want to know what you guys wrote. Like, not to judge you whether I got banned. I'm just curious now. Okay, here it is. This is the right now in live. This is the current king, and it's gonna fall hard. I just wish the back had wings. That's the only thing for me. It's still a great looking ship. But yeah, this thing's still way too power efficient too.
Takeoff complete.
A little bit rough on the landing there.
Engines offline.
So you have to go back to your account. And you need to go to your account dashboard, then settings, PTU, copy account to PTU. I think it says 410. Guys, we're skipping 49. All right, it's time for the Ironclad, but we're gonna bring up a bunch of other stuff over here as well. Actually, we can do that while it's coming up. All right. CIG pull the windows. They just said Knight Rider CIG delete your post for something for violating something. Then deleted that. Then I responded. Elephant AMO. Ahaha. I see. So not saying is right, but I bet you how they're gonna justify it is, oh well, you were harassing a member of staff, right? You called out a member of staff by their username. Not saying I agree with it, but I bet you that's their reasoning if asked. Okay, I will in 1 second. All right. We need vehicle weapon. Here we go. We need guns. Here we go. All right. Badgers. M3As, M4As, M5As. Let's just get all this shit. We don't need that many more Panthers in there. Deadbolts. Mantises. Okay, I think that'll be decent for us to swap things out on. Hey CIG, where's my ironclad? That's what we just called up. What's your in-game names? I can get an M Cannon Gladius set up. It's Khalid, C-A-L-I-E-D-E. I'm gonna pull it up right here. Right down there. C-A-L-I-E-D-E. Let me check those DMs really quick too. Actually, no, I want to start the poll again. Okay, now we'll check the DM. Dude. That's wild. That's wild. If he doesn't like you, I'm sorry, Bosa. I appreciate you trying. Alright, is it actually down there? There it is. Yeah. So, what we're gonna do is take off the command module, store it someplace, and then what we're gonna do is send it back down, save it, bring it back up, and then we should never have to worry about the command module ever again. At least that's what I believe Deadawake did. So I have not, guys, I have not flown my ironclad in a long time. I just noticed that the default loadout on all these guns are shredders, which awesome for last patch, terrible for right now. In 4.9, I guess terrible for next patch is the real thing, but yeah. I was really excited and really wanted to love this ship, but it was just too broken for me. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna wait till it's better. So, here we go. I believe we can get the Arrow, the Gladius, and the Pisces on. I do. Then we're gonna have all the spare weapons on the side loaded up, and we'll be trading them out as we test. It's not gonna be faster, but I also want to test the Ironclad, right? So we are purposely slowing down our gameplay in the hopes that we can have a good Ironclad experience. This is kind of going to be a test, but not with two fighters.
Landing complete.
You might need to scoot that forward a bit, actually.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online. Engines offline.
I wanted to be, there we go. Now we're fully on that repair pad. So yeah, it looks believable, right? It's not realistic. It is authentic feeling, right? Like from the cables that are holding up the top hanger, the side gantries and the safety netting. Like, this is why I love the Ironclad's design. It isn't a pretty ship, but it sells the fantasy perfectly. This sells, hey, this is a huge ship as a carrier or a cargo hauler. The greebling that they've done, the modeling that they've done, sells the believability of it. It's with things that we recognize, like these big hydraulic pistons and stuff, with the, you know, catch nettings up there, right? You see that? If you're walking on top and you fall, you have something to fall onto, right? These side gantries, these are all recognizable things that aren't necessarily not sci-fi. Like, this is still very much a sci-fi ship. It's still very much not a real spaceship design, right? But because it's grounded, like, because these engines, we see these big cowlings, we see all this conduit piping and everything else going around. It's not realistic, but I thought the game was crashed. It sells the vision of what the ship is supposed to be. And one of the reasons why I can't get behind the alien ships is because they just don't do that. Like, oh, it's alien. Yes, but having my fucking pilot seat float up to the cockpit and have me fall 30 feet to my death if we lose power in a good fight, no. It's cool, but no. It's not.
Engines online. Take off.
Ooh! Ow! Mummy! We're okay. We didn't really get damaged. That was just a bad takeoff here. This one's going to go on the other pad, and leaving the main deck for the Gladius. We should have more than enough space. That being said, this is one genuine benefit of the Arrow, of how small it is and how it folds up its wings. It makes a very good carrier-bound platform.
Landing complete.
You can easily fit 4 on here, but realistically, like, if you want to really push it, you can do more than that. My 0 is off on that. That's unfortunate. We're drifting a bit. All right. Angled in just a bit, so that way we have an easier way in. Yo, S1, how's it going, my man? Yeah. Once again, it's not a realistic spaceship, but it is. It sells the authenticity of what it is. What is that? Some of the decals didn't go down with it. I really wish that like you could manually fold the wings on the Gladius, because it is a carrier-bound fighter. Well, okay, it's not just Drake that does this though. Now Drake does it very well, but like, for example, another design that Drake has that doesn't achieve the believability nature is actually the Cutlass. The Cutlass is kind of too small for what it should do, right? Like, there's no barriers, no airlocks. You open it up, the whole ship vents basically, right? The walls are too thin for what it is. I'm sure you see exposed stuff, but it's not like, yeah, I don't see how that can fly, right? Whereas, once again, the Gladius is a good example of this. Once again, there's just a connection back to what we have here. We have caution tape that's kind of being messed up down there. We've got a tail number on it, right? As we come through, even all this bit, like, there's just a little bit of detailing that just brings it together, like seeing the wiring right there and stuff, right? Once again, like the no step marks, things like that, that just really bring it. Even though it's not a realistic spaceship, it sells the authenticity of the design. It's another thing that like the old cockpits are so good for, and that the new cockpits kind of aren't. Is that same thing? I say as I have a little Bado.
Systems offline. Aegis combat assist activated.
Okay.
Systems green.
Come on, back out. Yep.
Complete. Launch complete.
A little bit of a bump on the way up, but we're okay. I love those new sounds. Plenty of room. Yeah, the Gladius is so much bigger than the Arrow. Like when I first looking at the Ironclad and like looking at the art, I really thought I'd be able to get multiple Gladiuses in here, like lengthwise, like going that way, but no. All right, now it's time for us to do some other work here. Eventually, we will set our respawn on that thing. Okay, now we're going to detach the command module. If I can remember the button prompt, that's gonna be interesting. Or is it a...
Your systems are
Is it a... No, it's not. So is it right alt N? Yep, there we go.
procedure initiated. System migration procedure completed. Engines online. Weapons online. Shield system online. Docking launch complete. Your systems are offline.
Okay, I'm okay with that right there. Tennessee, that's not gold standard. All right. So now what we need to do is send down the Ironclad, save its configuration, bring it back up, and then we should never pull an Ironclad with a command module again. I hope they never take away the ability to fly from operations though. Like, it's not a great cockpit view, but like it kind of doesn't fucking need to be, right? It's got the vibes. We'll also test us with putting things on it and making sure that in 4.9 this still works. Because if you can't store your carrier, it's a little rough to unload everything, right? Now we could have just wasted a huge amount of time.
Welcome to the Ace of Base Visitors again.
Yeah, so let's talk, guys. Let's talk about 4.9. They're gutting a lot of the features. They're doing a lot of bug fixes, which I think is a good idea. I think it's confirmed now that they're only going to be nerfing the weapons for fighters, which I'm okay with. I don't care if fighters can't damage cap ships. I don't think any real PvP player cares if fighters can't damage cap ships, because Big ships are cool, and I like them to have a niche. The Meteor is probably still a problem, even after these nerfs. So, should probably look to see if that's working as intended. The Meteor's awesome for me, but not super awesome for the ships I attack, right? The Ares, is that the wrong ship? I think it was the wrong ship. He just pulled up the Golem. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I don't even know why I pulled the Golem out. Is it though? Yeah, Aeondix. It really, really is. So here's the problem, is we're going back to an ultra long time to kill. An ultra long time to kills really benefit ganks, because the gank can reduce their time to kill while limiting their threat exposure. But you can't do the same thing back against them. So for example, when it's fast time to kill, if you just genuinely outskill them and they have bad pacing, bad staggering, you can start scoring kills and you can work against the gank. Long time to kill, it doesn't work that way, and it strongly favors the gank. Next, the shield regen strongly favors the gank, because 10 ships can keep shields down a lot easier than one ship can, right? And so it's a huge mess, to where I'm not saying Star Citizen has ever not been a numbers game. It always has to a degree, but there needs to be a middle ground where skill can punch up to reasonable numbers. So I'm not asking for me to win a 1v10 if I'm just that much better. I think in a 1v10, even in a balanced time to kill, I should lose. I should be able to take some of them with me. They should have some loss if I'm that good, right? I don't see a reason to try the Meteor right now because the Meteor isn't getting nerfed. Aside from Pen, but we aren't going to be able to test that against an NPC ship, right? So like, let's take the extreme example. Like, let's say every ship dies to a single shot. But it's one ace pilot versus a bunch of shit tier pilots. There's a not unrealistic chance that ace gets 4 or 5, 6 kills before he gets got from a guy who he doesn't see, right? But now let's take it apart. Instead of it being one shot, it's 10 seconds of gun time on a ship to kill it. Well, even if the ace pilot doesn't miss a single shot, all of those 10 pilots need to do is have 1 second of accurate gun time to kill him, right? So there's a middle ground, and I think the middle ground for fighters is, I think their time to kill should be determined by their shields, and maybe Maelstrom will do this, right? So maybe Maelstrom will do this, and ship HP won't really matter. What matters is oh, I hit his wing tore off, and now he's fucked, right? So that worked. We didn't lose any of that. All right, so operations desk, right? But I think in general it should be, once your shields are gone, you should be a paper tiger. You should die almost instantaneously. Is why I really liked how they did the balancing of the Pitbull. I think the Pitbull is almost perfect design. It's very powerful. It's very fun. It gives you a lot of pilot control. But if you get got, you're gonna frickin' feel it. Oh, the creaking when I take off. You hear that? I want to point the nose more. It is a terrible view, but hey. Yes, this is so much better than the command module already. Yes, I went third person to do that, but here's why it's so much better. I'm inside the main ship, and I walk out down through the main ship, and I'm in the main ship. I'm not going from an exterior module. I'm in the ship that I'm flying. The vibes are just better, right? The vibes are just better. Maybe I can find my way out. I haven't been on here in a while. Yeah, so I gotta go down here. It does. It puts the skill ceiling higher, but also, hear me out. It's not just a noob trap. It's not just saying, hey, new players, fuck you. Here's the thing. A long TTK is saying, hey, new players, fuck you. Because if you try and fight back, it doesn't matter if the skilled pilot makes a mistake, or if you get over him, you get a pancake shot. It doesn't matter, because he's going to have time to correct that mistake. Now, you will make mistakes every time. He might not. But in a long TTK, mistakes don't matter for him, and you will make so many that it will matter for you. Whereas in a short TTK, let's just say, for example, keep everything the same, but spinal shots to the ship from the top or bottom pancake, a spinal shot does quadruple damage. Actually, maybe 10 times damage, because you're hitting the pancake. And now if you can fly to that position to win, or you can ambush somebody like you know, a guy's fighting, you know, using his nose to fucking tank shots and trying his best to stay on there, and then you can go help out your friend, get the spinal kill, boom. Being followed by a Vandul. Oh, you sure it's not Banu? Oh no, actually it might be a Vandul with the mask, yeah. I think we definitely got too many guns. That's okay. I should be able to stack them vertically, right? Am I crazy? I am crazy. All right, then. You can stack missiles vertically. Okay. All right, let's get Mantises next. I doubt these will be good. I don't think there's any good news about them besides from maybe the pen, but. Thought you're much better to pilot me. Is if I did all those work something able to probably clip an asteroid. You had to say that. So around here, Ekon, we do have a saying that stationary objects have a perfect kill-death ratio. Planets, asteroids, moons, they have a perfect kill-death ratio. They never die and they always kill. And I hit a lot of stationary objects, like a lot of them. I crashed so much, dude. Like, even in my last stream when we were low flying, we crashed like 6 times, man. But hey, if you ain't crashing, you ain't trying. So okay, we need some of the smaller cannons next, and we need the deadbolts for sure. I think the nerf was to keep light and medium fighters from being able to kill bigger ships. It doesn't do that. I think the nerf was not for that reason. I think the nerf was because they were too strong. So first of all, the size 3 deadbolts already couldn't kill bigger ships, right? They already couldn't kill cap ships. They capped out, I don't know, under Perseus, right? The size 3 deadbolts were already not great. Really, already with the armor changes, you needed to have size 4 and size 5s to really make a meaningful difference against large ships. But here's the thing, right, Sniper? Already, right now, if we're being honest, even ace pilots will not solo a single operated Perseus, Polaris, Idris, right? Because it just takes too much fucking time, and you don't have the ammo with one pilot. So even with the best meta loadout, you don't have the ammo. If you do lasers, the shield regen is so oppressive that it doesn't fucking matter, right? We have to admit this right now. Okay? Even Virgil, even Avenger 1 in his prime, even all these guys are not going to do that because it's just not worth their time. Now, I'll do shit like that because I'm a fucking maniac and I don't mind not doing damage to a ship to harass it. I'm a fucking menace, but it's not something that you do legitimately to try and do it. What you do, and what is not fixed, and why I said it doesn't fix the sniper, is you gank. You get a fleet together. And if you have a fleet, what can you have? You can have a Meteor. You can have a M80. You can have a Guardian. You can have a Guardian MX. All of those are small, fighter ships that can do it. But you could also have your own Idris. You could have your own Perseus, right? That is going to be really fucking good at cracking armor. And here's the issue is once the armor is cracked, it doesn't matter what weapon you have, you still do damage. And so everyone who's complaining about being killed by fighters, they're going to be killed by fighters still, just after their armor is cracked. And that's going to keep happening and keep happening and keep happening, right? So this nerf was to the shredders and to the deadbolts in size 3 and lower. That basically all it is I think is one, CIG never likes political metas, which is honestly a good thing for us. But also what it really is they are trying to slow down TTK because they believe that their game, with all the consequences to death, having to eventually re-gear or eventually re-get your ship, needs a slow TTK. While I'm saying a slow TTK only encourages the behavior that they're seeing much more. So happy they're making an effort. I am happy to see that there was a change made when I thought there wasn't going to be, but I think we're going to have pretty rough balance for 4.9. I'm not super hopeful because one thing I didn't like about 4.7 was how long the TTK was. And we're going back to that. So what they need to do is keep this nerf and then raise the power of laser repeaters. I'm not saying bring attritions back to where they were because those were way too broken, but raise the power of Panthers, of that, raise the power of the other weapon classes, so that way we can still have the quicker time to kill. But they don't like the time to kill. All right, so I think we have most of the weapon types that we care about, chat, on board. We have size 3 deadbolts, size 3 mantises, size 3 M cannons. That's a size 2. Hold on, we need another size 3. Hold on, this is a size 2. We have size 1s right there. Why do we have a size 2? I want to bring that back. Actually, we don't need a size 2. No. I don't, and I don't think their NPCs are not dangerous and will never be dangerous until they actually fucking fly like they're flying a 6-staff ship. The NPCs right now fly bad, and that's not something that will be buffed out. So we need the smaller M cannons now. This doesn't help NPCs. The ship on NPCs hasn't sailed, just that does not help them. Because also remember that they also have size 1 to 3 weapons, right? Here's the thing. The average Star Citizen player is remarkably bad at Star Citizen. This is not me trying to be all elitist, like, oh, I've mastered flight, because I haven't. But, like, the average people who play Star Citizen, playing coupled mode, they don't understand what orbit fights are or how they happen. They don't understand rating. They don't understand what the pip actually is, which is a prediction, is not a guaranteed spot of aim. And they primarily fight using stats. So they don't fight using flight, they fight using stats. And that's why the average PvE casual player of this game really likes the Guardian MX or likes heavy fighters, because they have higher stats while not having terrible turns, and they can sit there and take fire and they like shooting back. And so like that's why so many heavy fighter pilots were so pissed at the armor changes, because it wasn't in PvP that they were worse, it was in PvE that they were worse, because they enjoyed a patch in 4.7 where they could basically fly a Guardian into your average Gillies mission and not take any damage. So that's why, like, even tactical strike groups is a remarkably easy mission. It's remarkably easy. It is just basically a checklist. Is, do you have something for this role, for this role, and for this role? And then the actual combat is the same it's always been. Yeah, exactly. Like the fact that so many people think that the Connie Taurus is just a phenomenal ship in game, when it isn't in PvP, just shows that. And I'm not saying they're wrong to be casuals. That's not what I'm saying. It's okay to be a casual enjoyer of this game, but the average player is really bad at the game. And because of that, CIG will never actually make the AI good. It's okay. Okay. I do take umbrage with it though, because man, it's a dated design, right? So if you're telling new people to buy, dated design is always a bit rough, right? But also, like, I hate when players, especially new players, are basically given advice that will mean they will guaranteed have a bad time in PvP, because PvP is something that happens whether you want it to or not. PvP can be non-consensual. Why can't I close that? All right, there we go. So I think we have all the weapons we wanted to trade out on, and now we can finally go and do this Gillies mission. I swear I fully powered off that ship too, and it came back on. You're not going. So I know this game is so autismo about how you can fly it and stuff, and that if I attack a new player, there's 0% chance of that new player killing me unless we like have a ram, right? But not everyone who will gank is going to be at my level, which I'm not saying the best. I'm a mid-level. Not everyone who will be aggressive to you is going to be at that level, right? Sometimes you will just going to have a bounty from a glitch, and you're going to be attacked by someone who wants to try out bounty hunting in PvP for the first time. That's how I started. I'm like, man, I'm going to try this PvP bounty hunting, and I got my ass kicked. I was in an Arrow, got my ass kicked by a Vanguard. Granted, this was back when the Vanguard was actually really good, because it was in the old flight model. Rest in peace, old flight model. Anyways, but I don't like when the advice is, here's a ship. If you get attacked by a player, you're flying a coffin. There is nothing you can do in that situation to survive that fight. And that's just what I don't like, right? And so I hate, it's one of the reasons why I don't like the Super Hornet. Because the Super Hornet gets so many recommendations when it's a really bad PvP ship, unless you have the gunner. And even if you have the gunner, you're better off in a Hurricane, but at least it's serviceable with a gunner because that makes up for some of its issues. But no one flies it with a gunner because they're just buying it to have basically the weapons package, and they look at the turn rate like, oh man, the turn rate's just as good, right? Why the fuck would I ever do anything else? Well, it's because his traits are horrifically bad.
Launch complete.
I love that sound on takeoff. Do you think the servers can handle the NPCs trying to be good? I feel like the performance of ground NPCs is so dependent on the servers that they will always make AI ships bad. Servers matter. I won't say they won't. I mean, servers matter. However, I can show you right now we're on a very good server because there's nobody playing on it. I can show you right now exactly what's going on. Also, Yannick, I saw you sent me a friend request. So if you want to do a test, just let me know, man. We're gonna go do this first game mission. But like, the issue with AI is not servers, it's how they fly. AI do not fly like players fly. They don't fly like the ships are designed to fly. They have their own simplified flight model, and they have tricks and cheats. AI can sometimes rate you, like they can rate a fighter in like a caterpillar. It's like, what the fuck? Because sometimes they can just lock to your turn rate and stay there. Other times, they will just decide, I'm going to turn away from you and fly in a straight line because I am a bad guy and my job in life is to be shot down by people so they can feel like they're ace pilots when they don't know what they're doing. So obviously, yes, server performance does matter, and they can't have anything too advanced, but there's so many behaviors baked in. Like right now, 47 players, 5 on my server, 5 on my server. This is like, let's just look what the server FPS is actually. 30 locked 30 FPS on this guy.
Shield system offline.
I'm gonna fly out this way first here.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off. Landing gear up.
I do actually love this view. Especially imagine you have all the turrets manned, so you have a big bridge of guys here.
Quantum drive is now off.
I would love to actually fully crew an Ironclad Assault and take it into a fight against a Polaris and just see what happens. You need to prioritize the bottom guns to damage it. It's just a sad thing.
Quantum drive is now
All right. So we're going to put on our parking brake here. Oh, just honestly, different ship be ship stuff, right? We could pull out a bunch of different things and see what the new deadbolts damage or stuff like that, right? Or we could just honestly, one thing's on here. A PvP fight is what I really want to do. I really wanted to test these two ships against each other. I really want to see. So let's start with the Meta Arrow and just see how far we get. It's true, but the Polaris has way less guns, right? So the Polaris only has like 3 effective turrets. So if you can crack the armor on it, then you have a lot more DPS. But yeah, it's probably that. Another downside of armor, though, is it makes big ship be big ship just also worse. Everyone doesn't notice that, but it does.
online.
All right, so now this is gonna be interesting to get out. Oh, we're in couple mode. God, I hate couple mode. Look, see, I can do a gentle leaving. And decoupled, but in coupled, I can't. Because coupled is instantaneous full max acceleration. There we go.
Landing gear raised.
We took damage. We took damage without doing that. Well, normally I'd be able to repair an ironclad, but we didn't buy any repair material.
Now that you're in position, we can start the lesson. Stand by.
Ooh, are those different sounds too? Did they change like all the weapon sounds?
Your position. Prepare to engage.
Ogie.
What? The turrets from the station are shooting at me. What are these noises, man? For every hit? That's name of more Citizen Cal thing on stream. Oh, name of more Citizen Cal thing on stream. You know what's even better? We even brought the fucking respawn. We brought the respawn boat and we didn't fucking set our respawn. Oh. Well, we can claim our arrow that we didn't save the loadout on. It's, you know what, guys, this is why you should only like ever half listen to me, because I'm a fucking retard. Oh, I'm so stupid. Those hit markers are bad. Just the imagery isn't bad, the sound is atrocious. What the fuck were they thinking? What the fuck? That was my first time experiencing that. Oh my god. Yes. Probably. I mean, that wasn't a totally fair test because the turrets were also doing it.
You're now approaching station. Stand clear of disadvantaged passengers. Careful, doors are now closing. The capsule will leave the station momentarily.
Yeah. And they're so loud. They're louder than the gun. They're louder than the gun. What? What? You know the target? We need the PDU too? Yeah. Well, I really need I mean, you're welcome to come join. You can come and hang on the Ironclad. You can pull ships for us to test the Deadbolts against now, or the Shredders against. That's totally valid. I wish I had, honestly, I wish I had, he was in chat earlier. I wish I had S1 to duel. The S1 and me are very close in skill. And, so I want to see if a meta arrow now loses to a Gladius with lasers. That's what I want to see. Basically, and then I want to throw lasers on the arrow and see who wins. Because if the Gladius is viable again, that will make my heart sing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Icon. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be elitist, but you're welcome to come hang out on the Ironclad. By what we just saw there. Asteroid, you know, stationary objects have a perfect kill-to-death ratio. So...
Hi.
yeah, that's...
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
From all of us at my prison.
Your
Welcome
vehicle
to
has been
the
moved to our storage facility. Please visit us.
We might have just permanently lost our paint. Yeah, we did. Look, it's gone forever now. Rip the paint.
My protest. The Empire's leader in
I think we still bought enough of everything to re-get the kit.
innovative creativity.
No, we did not. All right. Well, I guess
Be sure to explore all
I'll do a laser arrow.
whether it's the latest in cutting-edge technology or the beauty of our award-winning gardens. This is your
Welcome
forum
to
and
the
the longer
ASOP
I
Vehicle
stay.
Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Your please.
Can you?
Welcome.
I guess I heard about that and I never tried it.
Retrieval System.
Keep a careful watch on personal items.
I hate the insurance system. I know it's a stepping stone. It's just a pain in the ass. A heavy fighter, if you have one. A heavy fighter would be a good test. All right, so I can claim it via the freight elevator, you say? Jesus Christ. Why do I have a badger? What? Needs to be a search option for me. The referral badgers, I see. There it is. This is the way what they've done now, CIG. They nerfed ballistics for size 1 to 3 guns into the dirt. size 4, 5, and 5s are still good. The heavy fighters still have a punch up, and of course the meteor still gonna punch up really good. They nerfed penetration of those weapons though, of the cannons into the ground, but they raised the penetration of the Gatlings, the size 4 and 5 Gatlings, so that's interesting. Then they yeah, so basically they've killed shredders, at least as a meta, but they didn't kill the ballistics. Oh my god, this is an M80 buff. Chat, is this not just an M80 buff? Because now you're going to have fighters having lasers against the ship that has 2 size 2 shields, and the M80 can keep its meta ballistics.
Takeoff complete.
What's the secret sauce for the Discord and org? Oh. So we will not be doing a channel org.
Landing gear.
Absolutely, yeah. Pull it. I want to see. But we will be doing a channel Discord, and we have one that's in the works by the wonderful Skywolf. They did awesome work. Did the mission fail? That's a shame. Yeah, it failed. Why can't I target my ironclad?
Drive is now on.
Rev Deadbolt? It might be Revs. ADB will have closer stuff, but the Revs will have way better and this is marker is inaccurate, but no, that looks like that's basically it, because that's where I died too, and I see that asteroid station. There she be. And this time we're gonna set our fucking respawn.
Shields online. Landing gear deployed.
Yeah. All right, there we go. So now, next time we fuck up, we'll fuck up less. So, let's go back. You got part Tressler? Let's do it. Okay, let me invite you to a party here. And why don't you jump to me, and then we can fight out here, actually. Because then we don't have to worry about Port Tressler getting mad at us for fighting there. So yeah, if you've got that, then what I actually want to do then is I want to start off with a deadbolt arrow. So we know the lasers are going to do it because they didn't get nerfed. But my theory is, I believe we tested this. Yeah, absolutely you can. Absolutely you can. There's nothing to be wrong with that. All right. The physics are not happy. The physics were not happy about that. Kind of like a pit crew, right? Imagine. Oh, come on, get the fuck out of there. It's because they can clip into each other. I see this now. Right. Hey, Wolfender, how's it going? We're just testing things out. We're testing the Ironclad without a okay, it worked. There was just no outline. We're testing the Ironclad without a command module. I see a Yandex showed up. Otherwise, we're done with the pit stop here. We're testing the new weapon damages. So right now we're going to be testing the brand new deadbolts to see if they can even damage the M80 here. And the M80 isn't even the tankiest heavy fighter, but it's a good representation for a common ship you would see. And I think they probably will, but they might not. There we go. All right. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Just send me a friend request in PTU. It's once again, it's CALIEDE. That's my in-game name. Once again, CALIEDE. I might actually go and change it to Citizen Cal. Once again, CALIEDE. Right there on screen, bottom left. All right.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Not my most graceful exit, but there is him. All right. He is fully shielded up.
Raised.
Got that friend request. All right. We're going to do Alt-K to lock down our guns here. So we're just going to start and just do one shot here and just see what happens.
Check fire.
It did flash, so it did damage you. Okay, so a deadbolt a deadbolt arrow is still going to be very, very scary to those things. I wish I still had my shredders, guys, because I think the shredders would do nothing now. I unironically think the shredders will do literally zero. I might miss that one. I got one of you guys. Let me check again here. Nope, here we go. Invite a party. Invite a party. If somebody wants to bring a shredder arrow, if they have them, I want to test that against the M80.
Landing gear deployed.
But the deadbolts can still damage heavy fighters.
Landing complete. All systems offline.
Yes, Tesla they won't do anything. Yeah. I do believe the L21 still suck major poo-poo, sadly. Because remember, there wasn't any buffs. There was just nerfs. But I do think they technically do more damage than a Shredder Arrow now, but that doesn't exactly make them desirable, right? Alright. I guess let's just verify. Let's pull out the Gladius, I guess. That's the wrong thing. Now, obviously, I can kill M80s in the Gladius with lasers. We did it in 4.8, but I am curious exactly how long it will take me to get through his shields.
Launch complete. Landing gear rejected.
M80 is low enough that no shields it will damage. No shields or low shields. That is a very different story. If it's no shield, that's still basically only if shield's down. So you're saying if there's any shield at all, because the M80 has a lot of shield. Get no shields? Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, and then let's get a recharge here. I hate these hit markers. Let's get on the recharge. Okay, wait, hold on. Stop moving. Am I just crazy or am I not damaging the back half of that? No, okay, I was. Huh. Let's see. Yeah, shield recharge rates are still really fast. Yeah, he's about to fall with just a couple seconds of time. So, Aeambix.
Shields under fire.
Yep, I'm okay with us. What I wanted to test is that at this point we're going to pseudo duel. I won't be trying to kill you. You won't be trying to kill me. But basically, when I get over you and you run away, by the time we re-engage, I'm curious if your shield will be back to full. Are you cool with that? And you can also type in party chat here to me as well. Or heck, this might even... Nah, it doesn't push talk in party anymore. Basically, I want to engage you, and then I want you to do a run. Yeah. And now I'm going to try and chase. And then by the time I'm back on him here, they can keep some hits on. I think he's just re-engaging too quickly. Try and go out to 2k. Oh wait, here we go. He's out. Now I'm gonna chase here, push him. Yeah, he's full here. He's full here. See? So yeah, and those are with his stock shields. So before I can get him down, yeah, and then he runs, turns to re-engage at over 2k. Shields are back. So I'm going to try my hardest now. I was going a little easy here. I'm going to try my complete hardest. Stay with him. Keep those shields down as long as possible. And that time he re-engaged too quickly, right? But now if he wins now, I'm out of boost. He's gonna get away and gonna get recharge. So now imagine that he doesn't have lasers. He has his still non-nerfed ballistics. Every hit he does to me hurts me. I need to get through that entire shield phase. He does not need to let me get through a shield phase. This is 100% an M80 buff. We keep the M80 ballistics. So the only way to deal with an M80 that I can think of right now is a Deadbolt build. So look, he's out. And shields are gonna come back. There they are. Especially if you play around that. Or those other hit markers. Dude, these flyby sounds are great. The new gun sounds are great. The hit markers are atrocious. And I'm out of boost, so now he's going to get away. Yeah, the hit markers are trash. But Aeonix, I think this proves I can't get your shields down with, at least with Panthers. So maybe I need either cannons or attritions. But effectively, if you play it right, and you, like I said, especially if you had ballistics, which you should have on that thing whenever you're flying at meta, right? And I'm forced now, and my ballistic sucks. God, those flyby sounds are great. Those flyby sounds are so good. Like, he's actually about to beat me here. I'm not gonna actually send a missile after you. I just... He got my shields down. So, yeah, unironically, when flowing correctly, the M80 has all the authority to just say, I don't lose here. Now that fighters are forced back into a laser game and the shields are so strong on the M80. Like, straight up, if he had ballistics, this would already be a one fight for him. Will this make the buck great again? The buck can carry a size 4. The buck is just ultra fragile though. So here's the thing. Right now the buck already loses to the M80.
Shields under fire.
I thought he was gonna go fly past and he didn't. Had to lead turn him there. Yep, back to complete full shields. Now I have damaged that one gun that has a shield hole on it. Yeah, I hate these hit markers. Almost got shields down. Yeah, we did it. We got his shields down, but it took way more effort. Way more effort than it used to. No, you do, but once again, the problem is that the M80 has some advantages that the buck doesn't have. It has 2 size 2 shield generators instead of 1 size 1. Has good armor. The buck doesn't have good armor, and it has a lot more HP than the buck has. The buck still will be decent in team fights, but it's not going to. Okay, are we done? I think we're done. Okay. Looks like we have another M80 here. But yeah. So where did the ironclad go? We traveled far enough that I've lost the ironclad in this fight. I could always die, I guess, because I did set my respawn this time. Wait, is it over there? Hey, there it is. Those are civs. See, yeah, that's true. If he had FRs, that'd be a whole different story. Yeah. No, that is a very, very powerful, like a Pally or a Khan or even a Carrack. Yeah, a Carrack could be cool. Carrack could be fun. Because we can test deadbolts against that. Because at least we know, like, yeah, an arrow with deadbolts is still. Can you turn them off? I don't know. S1. If you can play right now, and you can get access to a meta arrow in the PTU, I would love to duel you because we're really close on skill. And I'm curious now if with all the nerfs, if the Gladius with lasers beats the meta arrow. Let's see if we can turn off the hit marker sounds. Let's find that out.
Shields on.
Why the fuck did my arrow just move?
Landing complete. Engine systems offline.
Going to Loreville to buy an arrow. I'll in the stream after another wrapped up. So the outburst of the ballistic nerfs as you posted. Yeah, so the ballistic nerfs aren't a bad thing, Catalyst, but they were done without buffing lasers or buffing anything else up. So what we're getting is just a TTK increase, right? So fighters will still be just as good at taking out big ships because they still required something to crack the armor, even with how things were before, right? But now the weapons we have to us are going to be, we're going by the lasers, which is a good thing, but lasers should have done more damage or had more effective DPS. That way we could keep the TTK faster, because a long TTK has a lot of issues. But we just tested the Deadbolt arrow here against an M80. We were able to damage it. So I think the Deadbolt arrow now would peak at like the Connie, right? And so we have a bunch of weapons. We have M cannons over here. We've got mantises over here. We've got more things to test, right? All to just swap things out on here and just test stuff up. Oh, Catalyst. This does not do anything to stop light fighters from beating everything in the game. This does not achieve that. I work for another hour and a half. Oh, it's okay. It's S1. You're just like the only viewer I have that's like, actually you and I guess Telio now. Telio would be a good fight. Or Uriah is what he is on YouTube. Like we're like really close in skill. I have people who are way better than me, and I have people who are way worse than me. Like you, me, and Uriah are all pretty close on skill. But so here is like I really want to see if the Gladius is viable again. Is really what it is. But this damage changes Catalyst will not do anything at all to nerf the effectiveness of fighters against large ships. Because if we are being honest, if we're being 100% honest, the single light fighter killing a cap ship doesn't fucking happen already. The single fighter killing a cap ship does not happen. Now you have idiots like me who will do that shit because I don't mind wasting 3.5 hours of my time. But in general, what people are mad at is ganks, groups of fighters killing their cap ships. And that will still work because we have Hornets, we have Meteors, we have Heavy Fighters, we have other things we can bring in a group. And as soon as the armor is cracked, every weapon will do damage. The M cannons will still do damage, and we're pretty damn sure. And the more you have, the less the shield regenerates matter, right? So all this is doing is an effective lengthening of the TTK, because now we're getting rid of certain things. This is absolutely a buff to the M80, because now fighters that would otherwise counter it up close have to get through its massively long shield generators, which is pretty cool actually. You just demonstrated how hard it was for me in a CF Gladius to actually stay with and shoot down shields on a M80, and those were just stock shields. Those weren't even the top end shields, right? But so yeah, that's definitely a change. It does change things. I'm not saying it doesn't change things, but this doesn't achieve fighters won't still be seen blowing up big ships. Exactly. Yeah. So well, I mean, the problem with that Callus, is you can't do that in full because of capacity limitations. So the M cannons have a 1.5 pip power cost for size 3s. So if I did all 3 M cannons, which I can throw on right now, I will have reduced capacitors. So, but like I said, the main issue is all you need is 8 light fighters, 1 meteor, 1 Guardian with size 5s, hell, even 1 Guardian MX with size 4s, 1 M80. If you have 1 ship with a size 4 or a size 5 gun that can still crack the armor, you can kill the large ship with a gang of fighters. And what that person's going to see is mainly fighters killing it, right? So, because once again, if we're being intellectually honest, right now, one single fighter, even in the old meta, even with deadbolts, can't kill your big ship. You'd run out of ammo first, right? Like that's already basically solved. But the conversation was never one fighter, really. That was the exaggerated sort of straw man argument. The answer was the groups of fighters, was the fighter wings, was the ganks. And the ganks are empowered by this. Because you still have a meteor, you still have an M80, you still have a Guardian that can do all of that armor penning, or honestly, more likely because there's less skill required, you have a bunch of fighters and a Perseus, a bunch of fighters and an Idris, and they're gonna gank you, right? Yeah, no, so much things are kind of a hidden stat. But yeah, so this does not fix fighter meta. Is it necessarily a bad change? No, I would like to see a buff and damage to the lasers, so that way we don't go back to 4.7 DPS times, because long TTKs are not good for the game. They aren't fun, and they don't help new players. In fact, they make it harder on new players, and they put way more power where it's already the problem, which is the gank. A long TTK strongly favors groups over individual skilled pilots. Yep, it does, Catalyst. Like, this is why, like, the armor system I have issues with. To clarify, I don't have issues with armor the concept. I have issues with the alpha damage armor system. I don't think me and my Gladius should be able to one-shot shoot down a large ship like this Ironclad, like a capital ship. I don't think that. I'm not advocating for that. However, what I don't like is when you reduce interactivity between players who are actively wanting to interact or are trying to interact, right? So for example, you are in a Connie and you're flying with some buds. I don't know why you are, but you are. The game has given you a reason to multi-crew that ship. You have, as the pilot, 2 size 5s, 2 size 4s. You have a lot of authority there. As the gunner, you got size 3s. If it's an Andromeda, you have it even worse. Loadout. You have size 2s and a bespoke size 3 Gatling, right? So you fight another Connie with another crew. Wow. Well, hold on. Only the pilots can interact. The gunners can't interact. Not until armor is stripped all the way down, which if they're using stock less, they actually can't even interact at all. Like their stock armor is too high now. Hello, Aeondix. Oh, awesome. Aeondix, yes. Let's get an M80 and let's get one of those. And yeah, I can meet you on the side. That's fucking sick, dude. The 4 size? Okay. I've been in the Connie for a while, but still. Basically, you have now, let's just say we have 4 players per ship. The pilot, the turret gunners, and the snub pilots. Only the 2 pilots can interact with each other. The snub pilots can interact if the snubs both launch. But that's my complaint with the armor system, is it reduces viability of these already not very viable weapon systems, and it reduces the interactivity between players that might want to genuinely interact. Or like, for example, we're nerfing shredders. All of the default turrets on the Ironclad Assault here as shredders. So, all right, Aeondix, I'm gonna get in, I guess, this guy. And if you're in your shredder arrow, yeah, we'll just test this out. Booty. But yeah, like, that's my complaint with the system is I don't think it should be alpha damage based, and I don't even think it should be size gated. It's gamey, but like the more I think about it, the more I think that it needs to be weapon like ship class gated. Like, it should be gated on your ship class, and so that way, if you are fully crewing an Ironclad, you have the ability to fight another Ironclad with all your stuff and contribute. No, my booty. All right, Aeondix. Let's get a little bit away from the Ironclad here, so we're a bit safer. And feel free to light me up. Once again, this is nothing yet. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Well, you killed me. Good test. Armor should just be damage resistance. I don't care how realistic it is. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like, that might be simpler. But, like, here's the thing. I don't hate cap ships. I don't hate large ships. I don't like it when one guy says, I spent $2,000 on my Idris, or however much it costs, $1,400 on my Idris. I'm gonna play it solo. I'm gonna fuck around and do whatever I want, but you can't hurt me in your solo shit. I just don't like that, right? No, so like, I think like the benefit would be is to increase the lethality of certain things. Stationary objects 2, Cal 0 this stream. With it, fortunately, the him yeah. So I wanted to see how far we got. It's just the best life fighter, exactly, right? And so like, I just think it's really arrogant when it's like, I spent $2,000, so you can't interact with me, right? Character reporting. Yes, please get an M80 back. I want to test the Deadbolt arrow against the Carrack. Which, by the way, for the record, I don't think an arrow should be able to damage a Carrack. I've said this many times on stream. I think the light fighters should peak at damaging Connies. I'll say it again. I think the light fighter should peak at damaging Connies, Paladins, Redeemers, basically things that carry size 5s but are still small ships. Yes, the Connie is a fucking small ship in the game right now. It's old. It used to be big. It is now a small ship. It is one of the most common soloed ships in the game. All right. But the Carrack, I hope this does not damage at all. So, nothing. Nothing. We're gonna go for turret now. Nothing. I'm liking that. Remote turret. Nothing on the, oh, is that even remote? No, that's a man one, never mind. I thought there was a remote turret on here somewhere though. There it is on top. Remote turret.
Check fire.
Is it even remote? It kind of looks like there's a cockpit there.
Check fire.
So I am damaging that, so that is a remote turret. So, here's what's interesting. Can I shoot this remote turret enough as an armor hole?
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Okay, so once we kill it,
Check fire.
wait, did it like come back? Did it like regen?
Check fire.
We killed it for a second, didn't we, chat? Like
Fire. Check fire.
no, that's just the size 2s.
Check fire.
It's just the size 2s. Okay, it's dead now.
Check fire.
We can damage the guns themselves.
Check fire.
Because it is flying, hitting the guns would be going to be quite hard. So that's gone. Now, how much armor damage did that do? Let's find out.
Landing gear deployed.
Like, I want cap ships to be cool. I want them to be dangerous. I want them to be crude. I want, when you see an Idris, it to be not like a, here's a guy with this big E-wiener on an Idris. I want it to be, oh fuck, That's an entire fucking org right there. Let's get the fuck out. Is that so wrong? Like, is that not what the community itself would prefer? Like, am I actually out of touch for wanting that? For wanting the Idris to require to be crewed? Like, I've been on the Carrack in so long. Right here? Yeah, here it is. All right, so we did to the armor. Interesting. We did 0 armor damage. So even though we hit and fully disabled one of those things, we did not apply any armor damage from that. That's not an armor hole. And I have an unpopular opinion. To undock, they need to be crewed. Like, to even move it, they should require a minimum crew.
Engines online.
And it should be like a 2-week claim time if you lose it. Now, granted, once again, it should be powerful. It should be a huge threat. It should be very dangerous. I would love that. I'm not sure how to make that happen. Yeah. Well, first off, they need to make it worthwhile. So, for example, perfectly designed large ship. Does anyone know what I'm going to say? What was the perfectly designed large ship in the game? The Perseus. Everyone wants to run a Perseus and they want to crew it. Because the pilot still has stuff to do. They've got torps. They've got their own little gun. And it flies fun. The gunners are the main heroes. They're the main heroes. The pilot flies for them. On most other ships, the Connie, the Corsair, even the Idris, you fly for the pilot's sake, and the turrets just kind of deal with it. But not on the Perseus. The Perseus, that pilot is flying for the sake of those gunners, and they feel that they are important. They are integral to the ship, right? So we need power levels in turret seats similar to the Perseus. We need hero seats that are worth manning, right? Do you want to load out on this MIDI? Give it ballistics if you have it, but otherwise I don't think you can get ballistics from New Babbage. They never clean up? No, I think 2 weeks. Straight up. Yeah. I have a Paladin still. I need to retest it, but yeah. Good point, Aeonix. There shouldn't be a possibility that org battles where they have an Idris that comes back in some kind of... Here's the thing. Unironically, I've seen it where we're attacking an Idris, we soft kill it, we haven't blown it up yet. The pilot has suicided, gone back, claimed the brand new Idris, and flown his second Idris into the fight. So once again, I want big ships to be good, and I want them to be cool, and I want losing them to be expensive and a huge cost. And if we aren't going to do that with money, do it with time. Say like, hey guys, we need like 4 people minimum to even get the Idris moving out of dry dock to stage it for this battle. And then we're going to really want to crew it because we need it at max power so it doesn't die. Now, by that same note, I'm going to say this. It should be impossible for the Idris to just go boom. It should be impossible for the Idris to just go boom. Break apart, lose sections, get heavily disabled? Yes. Explode and kill everyone on board? No. You should have to board, clear, wipe out the whole Idris crew, wipe the med beds respawning memory banks, and then only then you can set charges internal or set self-destruct and then destroy the ship. But basically it should be worthwhile for the crew to try and defend it, to stay on board, fight for their lives, get reinforcements out there to deal with your space presence, so that way they can repair that Idris and get it home. weapons are good for Hornet to test. Ooh, Revenant Gatlings are great for the Hornet. Yeah, Revenant Gatlings would be the things. Honestly, like size 4 deadbolts too, because those weren't nerfed. Like, guys, I want the cap ships to be cool, but what I don't think is cool is solo cap ships. I've done it. I had a whole series, you know, 2 patches ago where I soloed a Polaris as my home base. I'm gonna be doing soloing the Ironclad here with ships on board. But as a small ship enjoyer, right? I like those ships as carriers for my other stuff, and I'm only doing it for that. But I really think Hornet is bugged for me. Oof. Honestly, then just bring in another M80 or another heavy fighter, because we still need to. No, wait, hold on. Isaac's doing that, but yeah, I guess just bring a Hornet with whatever weapons you can. They don't have to be ballistic. Actually, I'm curious if the Shredders damage the Hornet. They should actually. I don't know. You know, at this point, bring what you want. We have deadbolts here. We have weapons. We have a Gladius already. But bring what you want, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, these changes to weapons will not stop groups of fighters killing large ships, because already they would just bring a Meteor, bring a Hornet, bring an M80, and with even one armor cracker, all your ships can do it, and then you can just hold their superiority with the other ships, right? This is probably better overall for the state of light fighters internally, but I still want there to be a shorter time to kill. And honestly, I think Catalyst, we've had the talk of time to kill before, right? I've had that back a lot in 4.7, because that's basically what the fighters are going back to 4.7. Basically, that's what's happening. The Gladius is going to be better, I think, which I'm really happy to see. I have no way of proving that yet because I haven't been able to test it, but I think if we're back to CFs and stuff, the Gladius should be able to hold his own with his better shielding against an arrow.
Aegis combat system. Systems agreed. Launch complete.
Not that I think this will damage, actually I know it won't. The deadbolts didn't. I wonder about M cannons actually. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. We could have been testing M cannons, guys. Let's test M cannons. Bentley does it.
Landing complete. Engines offline.
Let's bring M cannons. I get there, swap shields to one side so you can test pen shields. Okay, heck yeah, dude. Oh wait. That took way more fucking effort than it should have. That was like a Williams pit stop right there. There we go. All right. That was a lot of effort. Well, yeah. Because you're probably cutting your G's, right? If you have a sustained force in a direction and decouple. Base brake will cut your G's.
Weapon systems online. Systems offline. Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
All right, so here we have full M cannons. Now, we will... Oh, actually, I'm seeing 25, which I believe is actually full pippage, which surprises me for full M cannons. So, let's pick a spot here. Let's do like right here where we can see the ironclad. God, that sound effect sucks. Looks like we are getting a shield face down. The recharge time sucks, my guns though. I'm gonna have to try and keep it down by doing tapping. And there is damage immediately. So, M cannons can still damage a large ship. Even size 3s. So you combo an M cannon with some repeaters, so you have a mixed loadout, and you'll be able to damage anything in the game, especially if you have a lot of you, which is once again what we're talking about probably is gangsta fighters, right? So, for example, I don't think this is a great thing. I don't think that a fighter should have an easy time against a Carrack. I think a Carrack really should be like a pinnacle like ship for a small group. Same with like an ironclad, right? So I want to test this actually. Oh, hello, Andix. Ooh, is it enough to turn off the drive? Yeah, we should check that. Or is our gear down? It is down. All right. Is that those hit markers are nasty. Let's see. Audio. I don't see anything in audio. But now, if we replace the wing guns for Panthers, now we are going to have split pip. But we will just be able to have a much better time and better power allocation as well, but we'll be able to keep the shields down much more. Come on, you bitch. Get on there. This one does not want to work. This should not be this hard. There should be like a mode to change which one you're targeting. To be fair, I've never done this before over a cargo grid, so I'm sure if we weren't in a cargo grid, that'd be one thing. Like, let me try lifting off the ground slightly. Which ship is the best default loadout? Oh man, that's a weird question. The best default loadout. Best default loadout.
Weapon system.
Doesn't the Avenger have like a Revenant Gatling and M cannons or something like, or is that the 325A? That would be pretty close to like best. Oh my god. Fucking coupled mode, go on. There we go. The ship would not stay still. And this is going live next week. Yeah. We're gonna take a little bit of a oopsie poopsie hurt spot right here in a second. There we go. Got it on there. No, I wouldn't say it does have a good default because the it's not. We're not talking about power pip. We're talking about like a strong base meta loadout, right? And the Rhinos and the Geldarines are by far like one of the worst things you can put on the M80. It's very counter to the playstyle, right? Because you need to apply damage whenever you hit. Right? One Deadbolt M80 between the cleric. Okay, a Deadbolt M80 is insane. Yeah. I mean, but we know that's going to hit everything hard. All right. I swear, like, either the Avenger or the 325A have M cannons. And then like a Revenant. So it might be the stock loadout on an Avenger. All right, we get regen back. Then we can let that cannon regen while we keep hitting the shields here. And we're hitting armor. And we've stripped armor to where... Here, I'm wanting to get some shots back here. Yeah. Even the Panthers now are doing damage. Nothing's being blocked. So, as a mixed loadout, this is not bad. Now, AMX and the M80. Let's fight like this. Let's go farther away though, because fuck hitting that station again. We just think of the Sentinel. The Vanguards are just suffering. The Vanguards are just in a very bad place right now. I love the look of the Vanguards, and they used to fly awesome. They used to be very dangerous ships. They need a rework, a complete rework. They're like, there's no fixing them with how the game has changed. Let's get... So I'm still only seeing a single pip. Even though it's set to all guns. I'm hitting. And I'm having a much easier time keeping your shields down if I can get hits here. Dude, I'm hitting with the same pip. Wait! Chat, is there velocity changes?
Shields
Is that shields down? Yeah, what shields down? We got shields down. Hold up. Oh my god. That is a Deadbolt M80. That's scary. Guys, if M cannons had the same velocity as Panthers, or if they just changed the pip algorithm to like take advantage of gimbaling or something. We're applying damage. We're applying damage. I don't want to actually kill him or be killed by him, but the mixed loadout, we broke this way easier than before. So I want to call it there, Andix. Oh. The stream delay is gonna get me killed here, I think. Well, it does, but the question is are these changes known yet? So velocity might not be different, but I'm wondering if the pip algorithm is doing something like if you have it gimbaled, because I'm getting mono pip, guys. Like, I want to clarify, I'm not set to just one weapon group. I'm set to all guns. Okay, I'm getting mono pip, and I'm getting mono pip input. So here, what I'm going to do is go to weapons here. Weapon config. Here we go. Let's power off the Panthers. We'll just get them off. Now we're only doing this. Play wasn't playing couple on accident. Well, that might have actually been one reason why it has any easier time on you here. Okay. So, no, I think I'm wrong. I'm just not getting a pip. Oh, here we go. M5A. Yeah, okay, so the M5A just aren't giving me a pip. Sadly. Darn. Darn. That would have been really cool if there was something like a, gimbaling assist for that. Corsair default loader should be fine? Yeah, I guess. I haven't had a Corsair in a long time. All right, here we go. Go ahead and put this guy back down. Yeah, so it's just that the pip wasn't showing and I was getting hits when we were close enough. What I was hoping what it was going on is it took the lower velocity weapon and used the gimbaling range of that gimbal mount to maximize the pip convergence with these guns. That's what I was hoping for. Man, you shot off part of my ship. I didn't even notice that there. Good work, dude. We used another Gladius, but yeah. So here we go. At this rate, oh, there he goes. There he goes. I do want to go back and I want to look at the armor on the Carrack here. we've been going for a little bit. Do we want to just crew up on the Ironclad and just take it into a mission? Just because this is my first time having this many people on at once. With the Ironclad out. Yeah, armor was entirely stripped by the M cannons. Entirely stripped. Any weapon can damage the ship now. I think we've done decent testing. Can anyone think of like something that we need to test now? We've done heavy fighters, like really like a Guardian MX or an F8 would be a test, but I think honestly the M80 served that role. We know deadbolts don't damage the Corsair, but the M cannons do. We know that the M cannons didn't seem to be as power limited as we thought they were going to be. Pen with Revs, but we don't have any ships with Revenants, and we can't get Revenants in New Babbage, so we'd have to go somewhere for that. Hey, hey, hey! Oh, I like that flight suit. I like mine better, but I like the helm on that one a lot. There was a short time where we could loot those flight suits from Hathor. I had a few of them. I liked them a lot. So, let's see. Who else do we have out and about? We have a Yandix out, and we have a Guya out. Why don't we have... you guys just... I mean, let's see. The size 5s down below, those should be a bunch of 85Bs, so we aren't going to be punching super high. Why don't we keep one guy in a Deadbolt M80? And then the rest we crew up on the Ironclad. We have one guy in the size 5 turrets, then one guy in one of the top turrets. And we just do some Gilead missions. We could even, in theory, like move ships out of here. To make room for the M80 if we wanted to do a carrier.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Why am I flying without the keyboard? Like, actually, though? I just did that, chat. Can we see if the M80 fits in now? Or if I need to move more ships? Or nose in between the two fighters is what I'm thinking right now. I know the M80 does fit. I just don't know if it fits with two ships up here. No, she's looking sniffy. It's looking like I'm gonna need to remove, at the very least, the arrow. No, maybe actually. Oh my god, we did it. I thought I was gonna have to move that arrow for sure. That's a pretty scary combo. We could ditch the respawn ship and have 2 arrows in an M80 on board an Ironclad assault. That is actually surprising. Okay. So let's have the last guy. Where's he at? Saguya, if you want to get on and come gun on the ironclad, you can come in the front. We close the top. The front's open though. Heck yeah. So I need one of you guys to gun the bottom. I need one of you guys to gun on the top, on one of the man turrets there. And then Aeondix, if you want to keep being the pilot for our M80, I'm cool with that. And then I actually want to try to helm. I want to try to helm the ironclad. So, are you cool with that, Aeondix? Or do you want to be? Or do you want to pilot or gun on the ironclad? I'm okay being the fighter, but like, guys, the stream can come watch me be a fighter pilot anytime. This is unique, right? This is unique. God, that looks actually really good too. Once again, the M80 is a good-looking ship. I wish these back bits had winglets that came out more. But man, this is a good-looking carrier strike group, like, especially if we got another arrow right there. That's a scary combo, man. Okay. On turrets, all right. So we're just going to go try and clear out Gilly's missions. So Aeondix, I know we're going to have a little bit of radio message delay because you're listening to a stream here. But I'm going to come to a complete stop after the jump. I'm going to open up the ship here, which I should honestly bind really quick. Options, key bindings really quick. Actually, I can do keyboard and mouse, and I can do advanced controls, and then cockpit should be open all. There we go. Left Alt V. Okay. That should still work. Let's do a quick test. Yep. So I can open it up and have you launch out, and then I can close this up. But we are moving up a little bit. The Stuga's down there. Then looks like we have Ekon on the bottom. We even jam a nurse in the very front there. We could have, yeah. But I tend to like the Pisces a little bit more than the nurse these days. All right, I'm closing this all back up. Okay. Let's come to a stop here. Contracts. Mercenary. The first one's going to be overkill. So Aeondix, for the first one, I might not even like deploy you. Just because it's going to be like one ship.
Thanks for signing up for my combat pilot training course. Just to introduce myself.
But then once we get to the bigger fights, we will deploy you, okay?
I've served in 6 squadrons of the Navy and have over 10 years experience teaching pilots how to fly and fight. For this first lesson, we're going to start off with evaluating how you handle yourself in the one-on-one cockpits. Everyone you're facing off against is former students on my special training.
Oh, it absolutely is. I didn't think we could get 2 fighters and the M80 in here. So I need to make sure my power is set correctly so you guys can actually fight in here. Whoa, something blew up. I think Aeondix may have just died. I think Aeondix just fucking died. I think Aeondix just fucking died. Oh no, what happened? M80 and Arrow collided on jump. Oh no. Oh no. So maybe we can't keep you in the pilot seat, or maybe the ship was still powered on or something. That is testing, chat. We're testing. I can reshare, yeah. Well, how are we doing? We're okay. We aren't damaged. I need to make sure. Actually, we're all ballistics here, so we should be okay. Do you want to come back? Do you have your own M80 with deadbolts?
Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now off.
And I can't change any of these powers.
Okay, you're in the right place. Stand by.
Okay.
All your targets.
Okay. My kitty is deciding to be cute and snuggly, but I need him to not be in front of my screen right now. Oh, come here, kitty. You can sit with that. Okay, off the nose. I'm gonna try and favor a broadside for you guys here. Are you gonna engage? Oh, he might be. You might not be. All right, I'm gonna fly for bottom then. That's a kill. Sugi might have been AFK. Oh, his game crashed. Okay, okay. So we had the M80 crash. We had your game crash. I've crashed into asteroids twice. I will say this cockpit is very limiting. Okay. Well, that's one way of doing it.
All clear.
He just rammed into us.
Next wave. It's gonna be even tougher.
Oh, and his game crashed too. So both my gunners had their game crash. And then Yandix got murdered in the hangar. Oh man. Oh man. So the ironclad crude might be a little buggy. So yeah, was your M80 still powered on? Like power and engines?
That's it. Listen complete.
Congratulations. Target is destroyed.
See you soon. When you're ready.
I keep suiciding into me. Thrusters were off, everything else was on. Okay, thrusters off still should have done it. Alright. Icon's back, it looks like, maybe. I don't see any movement down there, but he said he connected. I'm gonna try and figure out what part of that ship glitched into us here. Make sure we're not on fire. Stuga's back. Great success. Let's see what's going on in the hangar here. That's true. I just don't think we can find our way back to that exact spot of space again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. there is some debris. There is some debris going on here. Let's see if I can't clean this up. So the arrow and the M80 are gone. Yep, there we go. We're cleaning up. We're throwing the bodies out. It was part of the arrow. This is cool. This is actually really cool. This. All right. Hey, there we go. So yeah, Aeondix, if you want to try landing in here again, now that there's substantially less ships aboard, you're welcome to. I also understand if you don't trust it and you don't want to die again. But I think I saw your shadow up ahead, so I think maybe you're close. This is so cool, though. You guys are awesome for coming in to test this. Like, so look, here I am, the sweaty light fighter ace, and I am having a blast multi-crewing this very non-meta ship. So they just made this good. People would do it. People would do it. I can even make more room. I can make more room and move this in more. So guys, watch your heads. I'm gonna be moving the Theodar. Exactly, right? Like, even just repairing that ship. Okay. Oh god, lag spike. There we go. All right, I'm fully powering it off. That should save some space, I think, for you. Yeah. Or it could do that. That could happen. Huh. Well, hey, we have a totally clear hangar for you, Aeondix. Totally clear hangar for you. Totally. Oh, God. That sounded cool. Not super realistic, but I don't care. It sounded cool as shit. All right, guys, clear the landing platform. He's coming in. His body still has a huge texture problem. Oh, this sound. You're good. You're good. You're good. Booyah. All right, shut her down. Shut her down. Power off. Power off. All right, you guys, button up the hatches. Alrighty. All right, everyone, get to your gunner seats, get to everything. Aeondix, you may even want to leave the ship. It's entirely your call. That desync seemed to happen around jumping. You have a wait. You have a landing menu. Wait, but I don't think any part of your ship is actually on the landing pads. Did they buff the rearm repair? Maybe it's just your nose is on and that counts. I didn't think you could rearm and repair the M80 from this ship because I thought it was too small for the rearm pads. That's actually fucking sick. All right, number 2. And sharing the mission that I forgot because I'm a loser who doesn't play with friends. There we go. Mission share.
Going against multiple ships at the same time. Not only that, but this time you're going against ships made for dogfighting. We're talking about a whole other challenge rating on this. I think you can handle it.
All right.
Out and I'll see you at
Hey, Yandix, are you ready for me to jump? 'Cause that's where you died last time. We're jumping. No explosive M80. All right. We're here. We're going to deploy the boy. All right, Ayondix, whenever you are ready, take off. The ship is not moving. Take off in however way you need, and then clear the surroundings of the ship by about 1 kilometer or 2. Perfect. We are buttoning up the hatches now, and we're going in. All right, gunners, be ready.
Welcome to the training site. Get settled, and I'll let everyone know to stop. Contact. Ready up.
Off the nose, off the nose, off the nose. Yeah, that bottom turret is definitely the primary killing force we have. All right, coming to a full stop.
Hopefully you can believe yourself. I'm definitely seeing it on my side. I recommend a bit of downtime, and then we can get back at it. Rest up, and I'll see you soon.
So imagine we had every gun manned, and then we had 2 arrows in a Deadbolt M80. Like, I'm not saying it would be good. I'm not saying it'd be good, but it would be so cool. And if it was good, if turrets were awesome instead of kind of crap. Oh, yeah. 'Cause we have torpedoes on this thing. Like, this could be a dangerous little strike group, and then we have room for cargo if we were, like, say, doing piracy or looting or anything, right? We just need to make room around the ships or leave ships behind. Yeah. Since so far, we haven't had many bugs that the cargo, the command module made, right? So I'm gonna power cycle to get pips back. You can come up top if you want to, but those size 5s are so strong. Let's come up top just so that way we can, you guys can both play together. But ideally, actually, I should be flying for the bottom turrets. I have the Liberator pledged. I have it pledged. Here we go. Gillies number 3 should be here. It's not. Here it is.
Welcome back. I've got a more tactical lesson for you this time. We know you can fight multiple ships at once, but now we're going to dive into the calculations.
Honestly, guys, hey,
From the grapevine.
am I crazy or are the remote turrets just better?
Choosing which ship to shoot, when,
The remote turrets have 4 shredders.
against a mixed squad. Head to the training site, and we'll give you some hands-on experience.
Yeah, so if you guys come to the bottom turrets, yeah. So we should keep somebody on the bottom size 5s, honestly. And then have somebody on the remote size 4 size 3s at the bottom here. So the Vesh is somebody needs to come up to my operations deck, I think. Operations. Which would be a cool thing if ground defenses were good. So let's make ground defenses good, right? Like, I think medium size and large size ships should be balanced like naval ships. You fall through the floor in the elevator, just use stairs then. There's stairs all the way up here.
Quantum drive.
You're stuck? Hold on.
Quantum drive is now off.
Let me come check. You shouldn't be stuck. You're good? Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Aeonix. Also, why am I iced over? We should have life support on. Oh, I know, but like, I still want like Centurions and tanks and ground SAM sites to be dangerous. That's all. Let's see. Do we have? Yeah, we've got life support. No, we don't. We are not powering life support. Can't finish it off. Dude, the power menu is so annoying. All right, we just have a dead pip now. It's okay.
Quantum drive is now on.
All right, we are not moving. I am opening up the hangar. Aeonix, feel free to deploy and clear the mothership by 1 kilometer before we move, please. All right, we are buttoning up the hatches. He has cleared. I assume he's behind us. We're going to accelerate in. All right.
Welcome, Rook. We'll get started.
The power got
Hostile
fucked.
spotted. Give 'em what you got.
Trying to make sure you guys still have gunpowder here. Target.
Wave clear. Here comes the next.
All right, these ones were just individual solo ships. Aeonix is moving rather slow here. Is he okay?
Right then. That wraps up this lesson. Fantastic work. Seems like
Opening the hatches.
next lesson will be well.
All right. Yeah, straight up, if we kept a bunch of repair rearm supplies so you could constantly keep that M80 topped up. Sharing.
Got your next lesson all ready for you. You fought ships you can see. Now it's time to face the ones you can't. That's right, I'm talking stealth. Remember that the best pilots don't get comfortable just because their radar's empty.
How are you feeling about it, Aeonix?
How important radar use can be when it comes to tracking hidden targets. Head over to the training site and we'll get started.
Obviously, like, it's not quite as efficient as if you were just going there yourself. But like I said, if you could fully top up your guns, repair your ship, things like that. Okay, can we do a stop? Okay, we're full stopped. We're opening the top. Gotcha, Ekon. Good shouting out. Wait a bit, we're not fully open yet? Your little, oh god, yeah, that's an issue. Well, is Aeonix dead? Or are we doing a rescue mission? I do believe he is dead. Yeah. You're alive in EVA. Okay, alright, hold on. Chat, we are rescuing Aeonix. I don't have your marker. Oh, there you are. All right. In comes the boy. He's on. All right. Come up to operations. Get in a seat. So yeah, and that's where, like, honestly, communications a little bit. It's because communications are a little bit important. I am on a huge delay because we're not on Discord. You guys are just watching the stream, so we could probably have done that smoother, right? But yeah, what was there was the top wasn't fully open yet, and then so you went up, and then it nosed you down. So that's where, like, having like a landing officer, or basically just the pilot being like, hey, hold on, wait, green light, right? We can do stuff like that. Like, that can absolutely be done with systems.
Good. We're here. We'll notify the other pilots, and we can begin. Looks like you got inbound. Weapons free.
All right, ships coming in.
Nicely done.
All right.
It's felt like that. Take a well-deserved rest, and let me know when you're ready for the next lesson.
Let's just see how we do then. We got some sound bugs for me, but that's okay.
We're ready to take things up a level. 'Cause I got all my pilots locked and loaded with some heavy coordinates for today's lesson. That's right. They're gonna be
So how do you guys feel about those bottom turrets? How are their arcs? Are you guys struggling with turn rates on them? What's going on? Because I've never been in them, and obviously, like, if somebody was going to run this, the size 5s might, the quad size 5s might. Otherwise, it's kind of what the Deadbolt M80 was for. Can't look straight down. Range is rough. Ooh. I see. So basically, just the turrets suck.
Welcome to the training site. Get settled, and I'll let everyone know to start.
Oof. I wonder if your key, if that keybind is like coinciding with like your
Give 'em what you got.
your inner thoughts keybind. So I want to keep them like 45 degrees down. Is like the sweet spot, huh? Let's start with that Vanguard, guys. Perfect. The Firebird next. All right, last guy is the big boy. Where is he at? He's up above. He's right there. You ever shot down the missile with the turret? Fuck yeah. Yeah, these crosshairs are terrible. All right, boys, number 6, the colony. Let's find out.
Nice to see you again, Rook. Won't be able to call you that for much longer.
I don't think the stream should be stuttering. It might be a little bit, but looking at the bitrate right now, it seems like it's fine. How's it going, Blitz?
Ships have multifaceted shields. That means you'll need to focus your targeting to completely take out a shield face if you want to start doing some real damage. All right, make your way to the training site when you're feeling ready.
Yeah, have a good one, and Ares.
Quantum drive is now on.
Okay, yeah, if they're occasional and slight, then yeah, that's probably me. This bug of the constantly shooting gun is a little annoying, but it's okay.
We'll get started in a moment.
I'm sorry to hear that, bud. We were doing carrier ops, and we were doing testing of various different weapons, but most of our other ships had problems, so now we're just in the Ironclad. Yeah. I get that entirely. I was kind of in the same boat. Did our main gun go down? We're gonna have to crack it with a missile. He's bouncing. Understood. Let me see if I can't get away from him. I should still have torps in this thing. We had one torp hit. One miss. See, that's enough. Not enough. All right. We're gonna win again. Okay. Yeah. No, definitely. We were testing all the new weapons earlier. And the Deadbolt arrow couldn't pen a Corsair, but the M series could. All right. Missiles away. There they go. Oh, it killed them.
Showed a lot of solid skills out there today. Can't wait to see how you do with it, Excellency.
All right, chat. I am going to fly us back to Port Tressler and call that a day. But Aeondix, Sugya and Ekon, thank you guys so much for coming in and flying. This was super cool. I've never actually had a chance to crew a ship like this. You know, I haven't had a lot of issues. You know, when I'm playing with the Org, I want to be more meta, right? So this was kind of fun to just fuck around a bit in it. Definitely seems like they need to give you guys in the turret, stuff, like way dramatically better turret arcs. There's no reason that every turret should have a very large soft spot where it can be outrated by a fighter when they're already struggling. Where the fuck is the jump? Did I not route us correctly here? I did, I just can't see shit. Especially with all these party markers. Where the hell am I going? You know what? We're just gonna break this and I'm just gonna find it the old-fashioned way. So I need to find like any quantum mark first. Bro. I'm genuinely not getting any quantum marks. That's weird. How about Euterpe first, huh? There we go. All right, we got one there. But yeah. And now I've got some more. And hey, here we go. Here we go, I found it. It just took us jumping somewhere else. I wish Quantum wasn't as fucky as it was, but hey. No, this was a blast to come test things out, and now to that's a nice little spot you're at right there. Where is it? Am I just blind? Up the nose, okay. Gave us an inaccurate jump. We're 200 kilometers away. Yeah, we got hollow purple a few times, but otherwise it was a great section. Yeah, no, that was fun. I think that was a quality testing session. We definitely, once again, as I said, though, asteroids are the bane of my existence. You know, stationary objects have a perfect kill-death ratio. The M80 was a skill issue. The second time, the first time, that was us entity cramming too many things. But yeah, I'm glad that that we were able to do this. Now let's see how easy I can land this big bitch from the operations deck. That was not bad for my first time landing with the operations deck, guys. We're a little shallow, but that was not bad. I'm proud of that one. All right. Let's head on out, gents. All right. Yeah. I'm glad that we've lost the ballistic meta. I will enjoy the Gladius being viable again. The Wolf is still fucked because they still fucked its damage. But in general, this was sick. Look at my skill ramps mean nothing. Oh no. All right, everyone. Well, thank you guys so much for getting on here and helping me out with this. We did a little bit of testing. We did. And then we fucked around a bit in the Ironclad. But you know what? That was pretty fun. That was pretty cool. I don't usually crew ships, and they definitely need to buff those turret arcs. Like... like, turrets are bad. Let's make them good. If turrets were OP for one patch, would things be really that bad? I don't think so. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. Thanks, Ayondix, Diuga, and Ekon here. And yeah, I'll catch you guys all next time. Peace.